Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Kind of exciting news. Today, January 11th, 2022, we hit 100 subscribers, which is a small little drop in the bucket in YouTube world when you got guys like Mr. Beast and Dude Perfect and Sneeze and get 1 million subscribers. But it's a milestone for me, and so tonight's video is going to be about scale accessories, and we're going to give it all away. So in this video, if you comment, say I'm in or I want one, and you're a subscriber, so comment, subscribe, and I'm going to give away everything here. I am going to limit this to the lower 48 states of the U.S. Obviously, at 100 subscribers, I'm making no money off of YouTube, and it'll be, I doubt I ever will, honestly. But I like building this stuff, and really it doesn't cost me very much to build this stuff, and all this can fit in small UPS or USPS envelopes. And so if you were in the lower 48 of the United States and you comment and you subscribed and you want one of these, I'm going to give them away. So tonight we got chains and binders. So I got 2 chains and 2 binders I'm going to give away. I got 2 5-packs of ratchet straps. I've got another set of chain and binders. I also have the Trimble GPS for the Brooder D11s that I've been building. So you can watch videos on the Brooder D11. I'll put a link right here for that video for the Brooder D11 GPS. I also have been printing these little scale accessories milk crates. I have the Tamiya Grand Hauler and King Hauler and a bunch of trailers, and so I have a bunch of simulated loads. So I've been building pallets that you can put like the milk crates on, put some chains in them, and just have some loads that you can carry around on the trailer. And then obviously have the straps to strap stuff down. And so in this video, every STL file will be posted in the description. So look in the description for the STL files. And so this is a 1/14 scale milk crate. Inside dimension is supposed to be about 1 foot. So this is like a little over 1 inch. They print with supports, but they don't take too long to print. I think they took about 40 minutes per milk crate to print. Maybe not even that long. But those milk crates are a real simple, easy thing. Before you go to bed one night, throw an extra, maybe a leftover spool of wire filament you have. And the nice thing about milk crates, they come in all colors: orange, red, blue, black, yellow. So whatever leftover filament you have, maybe you just have like a wrap or 2 on a filament, put it in and throw the milk crate in to print out. If you run out of filament, it's not the end of the world. It's not a crucial part. So those STL files are in the link. I'm going to give away all 4 of these. And like I said, I will pay for shipping to you. So comment, I want that. And obviously I don't have enough for everyone. Well, I may have enough for everyone. We'll see. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait 1 week. So next weekend, or at the end of this weekend, I will choose the winners, and I will message you, or I'll send you a link to actually send me an email. Well, I'll scratch that. Once I choose the winners, I'll choose them randomly out of the people who subscribed and commented, and I will post a message that you can email me your contact info, and I'll mail you that. So the guys with the milk crate, I'll mail a pallet and some milk crates. And then, like I said, we got the ratchet straps. So if you want to build your own ratchet straps, look at this video right there, and I will put a link. Actually, it might be over here. I'm still figuring out this YouTube thing, but I'll put a link to where you can make these. All this stuff is either filament or stuff that can be readily available. Like for instance, these pallets, I first had some leftover hardwood material from like one of the, I got a couple Hercules Hobbies trailers, and when they shipped me my first trailer, all the wood was damaged. They sent me a new set, so I was able to cut the rest up. Since then, I've ran out of that, and so I have a little table saw in my basement here. And so I just basically cut those pieces length, width, and height. And then these are popsicle sticks. I was at Walmart the other night and found a box of 1,000 wooden craft sticks at Walmart for like $6. So I've been making a bunch of accessories, scale accessories with that. So I also, in making these pallets, so actually everything on here I'm going to show you how we make it, unless I've already done a video on how to do that. So let me get the GPS out of the way, and we'll come back to the chain and binders here in a second. But let's start with the pallets. the pallet's actually really simple to make. You know, if you've seen, we've all seen pallets; they're everywhere. But I did make up this jig. If you want to keep your pallets nice and square, so you cut your popsicle sticks, and there is a link in the description for this jig, and in that Thingiverse link, it shows you what to cut the materials as. So the popsicle sticks, they get cut to, I believe, like 2 7/8. So you need eight sticks, because I usually do 5 on top and 3 on bottom. That's kind of your typical standard pallet. Your more heavy-duty pallets will have about 6 on top, so those all a little closer. And you've seen some with like 4x4s. These are simulated to be like a 2x4. So this is just kind of your real standard pallet. So I will put the popsicle sticks in here. And then while it's there, and I'm actually going to push this kind of to the side. Actually, I'm going to push it to this side up here, so I'll still have a working area. Got a little bit of the sniffles. So I will get the wood glue out and just put a little dab at each corner here. Ooh, got a little much. You get too much and the glue gets in the side, and it does make it a little bit harder to peel out when it comes time to pop out, but the wood glue doesn't stick to plastic that much. But actually, I always pull these out of the jig before it fully dries. I leave them in for just like a few minutes, kind of set up, then I take them out of the jig and let it fully dry out of the jig. So wood glue will kind of set up here in a few minutes and get fairly tacky. So once you got your popsicle sticks in there on bottom, then take your pre-cut wood, and we'll do 3 verticals. And so we'll get that set in there. And now usually, sometimes your popsicle sticks will be warped, so getting some weight on here and pushing down on it sets the glue in well and actually can kind of start to straighten some of that stuff out. But before I do that, I'm now going to put basically what the bottom links would be. So I will put my little dabs on top. And it is best if you have some type of weight to flatten these out. There's nights when I go to make a bunch of them, I'll just keep stacking them up and putting the weight on top. The weight that I use is an old Power Wheels battery. So there's my kids growing up through the years always had Power Wheels, and as you know, the batteries go bad. So you take them out and you never get around to disposing of them, recycling them, so they sit in the corner of your basement, or at least mine do. Oh, there's my other piece of wood. And actually, if you wanted to print 2 of the jigs out, the jig is the same for top and bottom. So if you wanted to put one on top, it's really not that big of a deal. So once I get it there, I'm going to push this off to the side. And I'll set the Power Wheels battery on there for just a few minutes. So we'll give that a few minutes, kind of like set up, get tight. And in the meantime, we're going to talk about chains and binders. When I first got into the hobby, you know, you get the King Hauler, the Grand Hauler, or maybe some brewer toys, and you want chains with it. And these are typical 1/10 scale chains. This pack right here goes for about $5 to $8. You know, you'll see them on eBay for about $4 to $5 a piece, then a buck or two for shipping. I'm sure you've seen the deals where, you know, I've got a bunch of them here I've bought through the years. And honestly, I think I found a steal of a deal on one where I got a bunch of them, and as soon as I saw them, I wasn't happy. Those hooks are just huge. So having the 3D printer that I do, I went into SketchUp and drew a more scale hook, lot smaller. And then you notice when I built the ratchet straps, I went to Joann Fabrics to get the strap. Well, go one more aisle over in the jewelry aisle, or like the play cosmetic type. I can't think of the word, but yeah, go to the jewelry aisle, and you'll see the chain for making necklaces and stuff like that. And get the smallest chain you can, and it's actually about the same chain they use on those. But then I print this, and I print it with a hole in it. But I then take the smallest drill bit I can and drill it out a little bit to clean the hole up. And then I use that same 18 gauge galvanized wire to push through it to hold that in. So ideally my drill bit's going to be smaller than 18 gauge. Just kind of clean the hole out, push that in, and then get your flush cuts and trim that off. And that's what I use as a fastener. If your drill bit's too small, Then once you cut them, put it in there, just put a dab of super glue on there or whatever glue you like to use, and that will hold those in. So now you can, for just a couple bucks, make as many chains as you want, because you'll buy this chain, it usually comes, where's my pile of it? Usually comes in like 3-foot links. So I usually make my chains about a foot long, so 3 foot long for a couple bucks. So I'll usually be getting about 10 bucks worth of chain, and then print out a bunch of these little little hooks, and you can make your own chains pretty easily. Now, chains are no good without a binder or a way of fastening that. And so, again, I like to design my own stuff. So this is a binder I made. I'm not 100% happy with it. I still want to make revisions. This is about my 3rd revision I've done, and there's a few more things I want to do to touch that up as well. So I'll usually cut about 3 or 4 links out and do the same thing, attaching the hook to the this like secondary link in there, and then this kind of horseshoe type looking piece. Then put a few links on that, and then again using the galvanized wire, push it in there, maybe a dab of glue, and so as that pulls across there, you can basically pull that, flip it over center, to get it locked down, and then flip that up. So you do need to have this opened up in there and free moving, so if you're watching this video, you can just kind of pause it and see how they go together. And again, the STL files for the hooks are on Thingiverse, the binders are on Thingiverse, the milk crates, the jig for the pallets, and it will be in the description of this video to find all that stuff. So again, if you want one of these giveaway items, make sure you subscribe, drop a comment. If you have a preference, let's say you don't have any brooder stuff and you really don't care about the GPS, just shout out if you're a Tamiya guy, like a ground hauler, king hauler, globe liner, one of those. Or if you're a brooder guy and would rather see like the GPS. So I don't want to give away something to someone that you don't use or want. So again, they'll be chosen random. I'll probably have my son kind of draw out the names. But I hope you guys have enjoyed these videos. So if you do, like I said, comment and subscribe. And hey, thank you guys. And I hope you all have a good evening.